Hey, it's Vince, and let me start off by saying thank you for taking the time to complete our body type quiz, because your answers made it crystal clear that your main goal is to shed stubborn and unwanted body fat while slimming down once and for all so that you can finally look and feel incredible. And that's a really cool place to be, because the truth is, any woman can get in amazing shape and not only look fantastic, but more importantly, something that makes her feel vibrant and energetic and strong and confident. And regardless of your genetics or your metabolism or your history of dieting, in this video, I'm gonna show you how women everywhere are making unbelievable transformations. And I'm talking about serious weight loss, a significant reduction in inches, waistlines shrinking, and jeans and dresses fitting better than ever before. And not just that, these women have rediscovered their confidence and their joy and their love for their bodies. And like you, they've struggled, they've stumbled. But by using this one simple trick that I'm gonna be sharing with you in a minute, they found a way to get real results quickly. Real results. They can see in the mirror type of results. And the best part is that all of this is possible without giving up any of your favorite foods. And I'm not talking about eating keto or paleo friendly versions of them. I'm talking about eating real food, like pasta and pizza and burgers and fries and dessert, cheesecakes, whatever you want. All of them are still on the menu. And that's a big deal in my opinion, because let's face it, choking down salads and veggies and cottage cheese and grilled chicken all the time is no pleasurable way to live. And it's also not sustainable. And that's why so many diets fail, because they're not sustainable. And the same thing goes for workouts too. When it comes to losing weight and keeping it off, more cardio is not the answer. In fact, in the next few minutes, you'll see research that shows that those endless cardio sessions and all that time spent on the treadmill or the elliptical machine can actually work against you, which is pretty crazy. And so when you combine strict, bland, boring diets with mind-numbing cardio, it's like ripping the emergency brake that's attached to your metabolism. Everything just kind of shuts down. And that's why whenever you go on these new diets or you start a new exercise program, there's always some kind of roadblock, right? Sure, you might lose a little weight at first, but it doesn't take very long before your body catches wind of what you're doing and goes into survival mode, which causes you to store fat, making it impossible to lose any more weight. It's also why your cravings spiral out of control, because you see, the last thing that your body wants is to starve to death. And what usually ends up happening is not only do you gain back all the weight that you lost, but you'll often put on a few more pounds because now your metabolism is even slower. It's almost like your metabolism is punishing you for getting out of line. And if any of this sounds familiar, it's because the science is clear. Your body is not designed that way. Strict diets, marathon cardio sessions are seen as threats. And the fact that you're here right now tells me that you've experienced this firsthand. And I'm also here to tell you that it ain't your fault. But when you use the simple trick that I'm about to share with you, results come way faster and a heck of a lot easier as well, because it's a much easier process to stick to because it works with your body instead of against it. This means yo-yo dieting is a thing of the past. Right now, thousands of women from all over the world are losing more weight in just the first couple of weeks than they have their entire lives. And what makes it even more exciting is that they're actually keeping it off long term. And I know it sounds crazy and goes against pretty much everything that you've been told, but in the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how this works and the science that backs it up. So grab a pen and a piece of paper so that you can take some notes. And I promise there will be a few things that you'll definitely want to write down. But for starters, based on your quiz results, you're primarily an endomorph body type. And I'll explain exactly what that means in a second, and how with just a couple slight tweaks, you can burn off all the fat that you want with ease. Because the truth is, traditional diet and workout programs don't work for most people. But that goes double for people who carry and store more fat on average, aka endomorphs. And you'll see why that is in just a moment. Plus, I'll show you how to fix it. But before we get started, I just want to take a second and congratulate you again on taking a real step towards total body transformation. The quiz that you took, as simple as it seemed, pulled back the curtain on your metabolism, which makes it way easier to get the results that you want. It's also a symbol of your commitment to change, because by taking the quiz, you've made a statement that says, I'm ready to lose this weight for good and finally have a stronger, more energetic body, and that what you were also doing was not working. And so since you've already done your part, it's time for me to do mine. It's time to show you the 3 most common fat burning mistakes that I see all women making, and the 3 fat destroyers proven to burn fat faster than anything else for your body. Now, what's really exciting is the fact that these fat destroyers work even if you've struggled with your weight forever, if you've tried and failed more diets than you can count on fingers and toes, or if you just can't stick to one, just like it did for Megan and Courtney and Kelsey as well. Thousands of women have been where you are right now, convinced that nothing would work for them, only to find out how easy it really is once you know more about your body. And if you're skeptical, I get it. You've probably heard a lot of promises from a lot of people claiming that they have all the answers, but the one thing missing from everything that you've tried is the fact that it wasn't made for your specific body type, which is the endomorph body type. And what you need to know is that being an endomorph is actually a good thing. And I know it may seem like a disadvantage, so don't beat yourself up, but endomorphs actually have their own weight loss superpower. You just haven't really been shown how to tap into it. And that's what today's video is all about. Today, I'm gonna give you the endomorph instruction manual, starting with how I first discovered the 3 fat destroyers, which is an interesting story by itself. But the reason that I wanna share it with you is because it holds the secret to how you can get in the best shape of your life and stay that way. And I'm serious, once you see why you've failed every other diet that you've ever tried, that light bulb moment is gonna happen. Because for the first time, you'll know where things went wrong. It's like connecting the dots at the end of a movie. Things didn't quite make sense at first, but in the end, you understand why everything happened. So make sure you watch this entire video right now, because I've had a lot of people message me saying that they accidentally clicked out of this page and then they couldn't find it again and they were wanting to watch it again. So stick around so that I can show you these 3 fat destroyers. That way you'll better understand how and why things didn't work and why this new way does. Now, before we get into more detail, I mentioned that you have an endomorph body type, right? I also told you how that was actually a good thing. And I meant it, because at first glance, the up and down weight battle might seem like a hassle. But the truth is, your body has an amazing ability when it comes to slowing down or speeding up your metabolism. And it depends on what you eat and your body's energy needs. The endomorph body type is actually the most efficient body type there is, because it has the ability to store fat in case of a food shortage, right? And you might be like, well, I've never really had a food shortage, but it ain't about humans today. Our lifestyles and technology have evolved, but our bodies evolve much slower. What I mean is, back in the day when food wasn't as abundant as it is now, and I'm talking back in the hunter-gatherer days, when they couldn't eat, that ability to store fat was life-saving. Think about it, there were no grocery stores, there were no food delivery services. And so if you didn't catch something that day or that week, you weren't eating. And that's the only way that we survived. And so people who didn't have this ability would literally die of starvation during winters or droughts. And so again, while it might not seem like much of an advantage anymore, you should still consider yourself kind of lucky because you're here. And sure, it makes losing weight a bit more difficult. Yes, especially when you're following one of the more traditional diet and workout programs. But science has figured it out now. As an endomorph, you have a very specific set of challenges that need to be overcome before you can transform your body. And that's what we're gonna cover right now, starting with the 3 fat destroyers. But before I do, let me quickly introduce myself and tell you the unusual way that I discovered these amazing fat destroyers in the first place. My name is Vince Sant. I'm a certified personal trainer, author, speaker, and co-founder of 2 of the fastest growing fitness brands in the world. I've helped over 1.7 million men and women transform their bodies and their lives through easy yet proven health and fitness methods. And you might have even seen me featured on places like NBC or Shape Magazine or Live Strong or the Chicago Tribune or LA Times or Business Insider or Reader's Digest or Muscle and Fitness, just to name a few, all for my fitness and nutrition advice. And back in the day, when I was just a personal trainer at my gym, helping people lose weight and build muscle, it started happening. Every couple of months, I would get this one type of client. They'd always be super excited and smart and committed themselves to my methods, great clients to work with. But no matter what diet I gave them, nothing ever seemed to work for them long term. They might drop a few pounds quick, but that was short-lived. And then after a month or 2, they'd hit a plateau and the weight loss would stop dead, and sometimes even start coming back on. It seemed like no matter what they did, they could never get below a certain weight. Of course, I didn't know it then, but looking back, it was so obvious that they were endomorphs. One client in particular tried 3 different diet programs during a year with no success. And also, no matter what diet we tried, she always felt like she was starving as well. So she hated the diet. She wasn't even getting results from it. And then when it came to working out, things weren't any better. She hated cardio. She refused to lift weights, saying that she thought it would make her look bulky. So in the end, she stopped trying, saying she was meant to be fat. And I remember it like it was yesterday. She was super upset, ready to give up, but I couldn't blame her. And if you feel the same way, I can't blame you either. And I felt crushed. I mean, I literally became a personal trainer so I could help people. And in this case, I wasn't. But that wasn't the worst of it. Here's where it really hit me harder than I could have ever imagined. A couple months later, my mom calls me out of the blue and asks me if I could help her lose some weight. She said she'd been needing to lose 20 or 30 pounds, and guess what? It turns out, although I didn't know it, she was an endomorph as well. She is an endomorph. My mom was eating salads 3 or 4 times a day for weeks on end, going for long jogs a couple times a week, and just going to the gym to get on the elliptical when the weather was too bad outside. Yet, she still wasn't losing any weight. She would also go to our local Weight Watchers for some accountability on her weigh-ins, and even though she was doing everything she was told, everything I told her, the numbers on the scale would rock back and forth every week like a yo-yo. And these weigh-ins are in front of the entire class. So I hate even thinking about her embarrassment every time that happened. It was extremely frustrating, to say the least. Yet somehow I still believe that if she just stuck it out, if she stayed persistent and trusted the process, as I always said, the results would come. But all that changed one night when I actually went home to visit my family. And one night I was going to pop in her room to hear how things were going and even give her a little bit of encouragement. And right before I opened the door, I heard crying. And as I listened closer, I heard my mom on the phone talking to my sister about how she couldn't understand why she wasn't losing any weight, how she was being so good and sticking to the diet and doing the workouts. And this is the part that hurt the most, how bad she felt that she was letting me down. Me, of all people. The woman has literally never let me down in my life, and I wasn't about to let her down either. So right then, I began a journey that led to reading every diet book, every weight loss guide, every clinical trial, every medical study in existence about nutrition, and got hooked on the metabolic science of body types. And then I began testing every fad diet and workout program you can think of. Vegetarian, vegan, paleo, keto, fasting, low carb, low fat, power building, bodybuilding, powerlifting. You name it, I tried it. I spent 3 years obsessed with finding the answer, trying to find the most effective and fastest and easiest way for endomorphs to lose weight and keep it off long term. And through all that research and all that testing, I discovered the 3 fat destroyers I'm going to show you today. In fact, based on the research I'm about to show you, if you don't start doing these 3 fat destroyers, your body will continue storing more and more fat while you continue to accept that you'll never get that slim, toned body that you want. And I know that sounds a bit harsh, but nothing has worked yet. So what's going to change if you don't do something that's drastically different? So let's get into it. Fat destroyer number 1, you have to confuse your metabolism. And what does confusing your metabolism have to do with losing weight? The answer, short answer, is everything. Because as I mentioned before, as an endomorph, your body is great at adjusting your metabolism. So you can hold on to as much energy in the form of fat as possible in case of an emergency. The reason, if you remember, cavemen. Now, you might already know that the most common form of energy that we use in our bodies are carbohydrates, which comes from foods like potatoes and breads and rice and pastas, basically all the good foods. And you might also know that to lose weight, you need to create a caloric deficit, which is a fancy way of saying that you need to burn off more energy than you consume, which is why one of the easiest and fastest ways to lose weight is to eat less carbs. This is why you may have even tried a low-carb diet before, like the Atkins diet or the ketogenic diet or the paleo diet, and maybe you lost some weight. But if you're like most endomorphs, after about a month, you started to eat normally again because it was extremely hard to stick to and expensive at that. And all the weight that you lost came right back on. Does that sound familiar? Well, the reason why this happens is because once your body realizes it's running low on carbs, it doesn't just assume that you're trying to lose weight. That's not what's hardwired into our body's DNA. Instead, it starts thinking, holy crap, food and energy stores are getting scarce. And your body begins to slow down your metabolism by producing less and less leptin, which is your body's fat-burning hormone. And this not only causes your metabolism to basically just stop, so that you burn less fat, but it also makes it so that you store more fat from whatever you do eat. So what's the solution? How can you fix this? How can you overcome your body's ability to adjust your metabolism so you can burn off all the fat you want and get the body you want and be rid of those pesky weight loss plateaus once and for all? The answer is metabolic confusion. Metabolic confusion is an advanced weight loss technique developed by health experts where they take into account your body type's hormones to help cut a lot of fat in a few weeks without the worry of a yo-yo effect later. And it's that coupled with the next 2 tips that I'm going to give you that are the perfect solution for endomorphs like you who want to lose weight fast without gaining it all back after. Now, you're probably wondering how metabolic confusion is so different than all those other diet plans out there. And first off, most of the weight loss diet plans that you hear about online or on TV either have a slow and sensible approach where they aim to help you lose about 1 pound a week, which over the span of 3 months is only 12 pounds, which is pretty slow and doesn't even attack the root cause of why your body type easily gains weight. Or they aim for fast yet temporary results where you lose 10 to 15 pounds in the first week or 2 and then gain it all back after and then some. Metabolic confusion does it differently. Rather than ridding your body of carbs altogether or cutting your calories too low, which actually slows down your metabolism, kicks you into what is known as the starvation response and is the lone reason why endomorphs like yourself gain all your weight back after following a restrictive diet, it reverses your body's root cause of fat storage by cycling your carb intake between low and high carb days so that you can turn your body's ability to adjust your metabolism into your own fat burning weapon. How it works is on the days that you eat low carbs, you deplete your body of its primary fuel source. And seeing as how normally there's plenty of carbohydrates in pretty much every meal nowadays, your body will have to turn to its secondary fuel source. It's like an airplane. There's the regular fuel tank, and that's what gets used most of the time if it's available. But if the regular fuel tank is low or empty, there's a reserve fuel tank, and the reserve fuel tank starts fueling the plane's engines with the backup fuel until the pilot lands and they can refuel. And when it comes to the human body, like I said, carbs are the regular fuel tank, but fat acts as the reserve fuel tank. So when your body is depleted of carbs, it'll turn to the next best thing to keep your muscles working hard and keep your heart beating. This is why you hear about low carb diets so often, because without carbs, your body is forced to use your fat stores for energy. But for endomorphs, this is a big problem if you do this for too long, because your metabolism is constantly aware of what you're eating. And if you stop eating the nutrient that's best designed to fuel your body, your metabolism will adjust and slow down so that you start using less energy on a daily basis. In turn, this will turn your body into fat storing mode and is the reason why you feel weak and tired and groggy when you don't eat carbs, and also means the weight loss won't last very long before you hit a plateau and gain all your weight back, especially since this type of diet long term is just not sustainable at all. So to counteract this, and this is the main reason why this works for so many endomorphs, right after your low carb day, rather than allowing your metabolism to adjust and slow down, you switch to a high carb day and you eat tons of breads and pastas and potatoes and foods that no other diets allow you to eat, which is one of the reasons why this diet is actually enjoyable for so many different people. And when you do this, your body will quickly become aware and it'll reignite your metabolism like pouring lighter fluid over a barbecue, producing an explosion of leptin in your bloodstream, which is the hormone that skyrockets your metabolism. And once your metabolism is cranked up, instead of continuing to eat carbs and allowing your body to adjust to this overload of energy and store it as fat for a rainy day, you give your metabolism another sneaky surprise by going back to eating low carb. And you allow your supercharged metabolism to consume all your stored fat for energy rather than only some of the carbs you're putting in your body at that exact point in time. So you use these low and high carb days to manually adjust your energy expenditure to burn fat without hitting a plateau. So you start to see now why metabolic confusion is the perfect answer for endomorphs like you. This is one of the secrets that I've used to help thousands of endomorphs lose weight fast and consistently. And like I said, don't worry, this sounds way more difficult than it actually is. My clients are often amazed at how easy and enjoyable it really is to successfully do this. And I say enjoyable for 2 reasons. One, because of the weight loss that they experience that helps them feel better about how they look and how their clothes fit, and which motivates them to keep going. But 2, because of how full they feel all the time and the foods that you still get to eat. Because with metabolic confusion, you never have to go hungry, not even for a day. On the low carb days, because you're tricking your body into using fat stores as fuel, you'll be filling yourself with extra healthy fatty foods to mobilize your stored fat, like eggs and bacon and steak and fish and avocados and nuts and cheese. And if you're worried about eating more fat, don't be. Contrary to popular belief, due to outdated research and scammy marketing campaigns by big food corporations who put fat free on everything nowadays, fats are actually crucial for weight loss. Because truth is, your stored fat is basically a buildup of fatty acids that didn't get used as soon as you ate them. So they entered your fat cells, then they combined with 2 other fatty acids and a glycerol molecule to create what's known as a triglyceride. And to make it easy to understand, triglycerides are very big particles that can't exit the fat cell and therefore get stored away and make up those stubborn fatty areas on your body that seem impossible to get rid of. Well, the cool part about this is that those triglycerides can be targeted and can be broken back down into their original fatty acid form so that they can exit the fat cell and be burned by the body for energy. And research has also shown that healthy dietary fat helps to break down existing body fat by activating the fat burning pathways in your liver. So what this means is that you can start getting rid of stubborn belly fat or lower back fat or whatever you've always struggled with by eating more delicious fats on low carb days. And just to prove my point further, in 2015, during a study at the University of Alabama, it took 69 overweight men and women and fed half of them a higher carb diet and the other half a higher fat diet for 8 weeks. The people who ate the higher fat diet lost over twice as much belly fat compared to the low fat group. So with metabolic confusion, you'll not only be burning your stubborn fat stores, but you'll also be strategically boosting your metabolism so you continue to lose fat as much as you want and you don't gain any of your weight back. Because in 2013, there was another study done in the UK comparing typical calorie-controlled diets against people using metabolic confusion. The results proved that metabolic confusion was superior to calorie-restricted diets for reducing weight. And the reason why is because metabolic confusion allows you to get all the fat loss benefits of a low-carb diet while still allowing you to eat carbs, which makes it far more sustainable and much easier to stick to, and virtually guarantees that you'll be more likely to keep the weight off long term because your metabolism isn't coming to a halt in the process. And there are dozens more studies like this, but for some reason they're never talked about. In fact, after watching this, tons of people ask me why this information isn't published in the mainstream media or on the news, and have even asked me if there's a reason it's not talked about. And I always say, well, there's a lot of money made off people whose health is suffering, billions in fact, and even more money made by major food corporations slapping that fat-free or low-fat label on everything to sell more product. But regardless of the reason, at least now you're watching this, so you're getting the knowledge that you need. Which brings us to your next fat destroyer, which is to avoid long, boring, steady-state cardio. Doing lots of cardio just doesn't work for endomorphs like everyone expects. You probably know that firsthand. My mom knows that firsthand. But knowing why is the important part. Because you probably know that one of the keys to weight loss is to maximize the number of hours that your body is burning fat, right? But what you might not know is that you can't do this by doing lots of cardio. Doing loads of cardio is bad for so many reasons. It makes you age faster, creates pain in your joints because it's technically considered a plyometric exercise because your feet are leaving the ground in an explosive manner, so it's bad on your knees. And it releases the stress hormone cortisol, which actually causes excess belly fat storage. In fact, a study published by Yale University where they studied premenopausal, non-overweight, and overweight women to see if abdominal fat had a direct response to cortisol levels. The results showed that women with abdominal fat have exaggerated responses to cortisol. Alyssa S., the lead investigator on the study while at Yale's psychology department, even said that greater exposure to stress may explain their enhanced cortisol reactivity. In turn, their cortisol exposure may have led them to accumulate greater abdominal fat. In that same study, Alyssa went on to say that these relationships likely apply to men as well. However, excess weight on men is almost always stored in their abdomen. On the contrary, in premenopausal women, excess weight is more often stored at the hips. Therefore, for women, it is possible that stress literally might influence body shape more than for men, leading to abdominal fat instead of lower body fat accumulation. So basically what this study shows is that if you're hitting the gym and going for 45-minute runs on the treadmill or even hanging out on the elliptical for an hour while reading a book, the cortisol that's being released during this kind of cardio activity is actually causing your body to store more belly fat. Aside from that, when you do regular steady state cardio, you definitely burn calories while you do it, but the second you step off that cardio machine, your body stops burning calories altogether. And with maximizing the number of hours your body is burning fat being so important for actually getting in shape, you can probably see why people think that they have to do cardio every day, so their bodies burn extra calories every day. But I got something better for you. Something that allows you to say goodbye to steady state cardio forever, say goodbye to daily cardio forever, say goodbye to excess cortisol levels and belly fat storage, and that's by saying hello to EPOC. E what? I thought you might say that. EPOC stands for excess post-oxygen consumption, and it's where your body burns fat 24 hours a day, even when you're not exercising, but you have to do it in a specific yet quicker way than regular cardio. The way to access the state is to perform extremely short but intense cardio intervals that get your heart pumping faster than steady state cardio ever could. For example, if you run up and down your stairs at home 5 times as fast as you can, you'd be breathing pretty hard, right? That's because your body is working super hard to pump oxygen into your muscles to keep you moving that fast. But the thing is, your body only has a limited amount of oxygen at one time until this reaches complete depletion. This is your VO2 max, and everyone has a different VO2 max level depending on how fit you are. But here's the important thing to know for getting rid of fat. Once you hit your VO2 max, your body continues to consume oxygen, and it creates what's known as an oxygen deficit. Now, what makes this so important is that your body is going to want to work overtime to replenish your oxygen stores, not just back to baseline, but higher than it was before you started your workout. And this process can take anywhere from 12 to 48 hours after you've finished. And this is an energy demanding process, which means you'll burn calories the entire time it takes to do this without even feeling it. So while a 45-minute steady state cardio workout will burn some calories during your workout, this type of cardio will take you 10 minutes and burn the same number of calories in way less time and continue burning calories for the next 2 days as well. And even better for you, the less fit you are, the better and easier this works because it will take you less exercise to hit your VO2 max and enter EPOC. This type of exercise is called high intensity interval training, or HIIT for short, and of course the science behind it is 100% rock solid as well. For example, in one study done in McMaster University in Canada, they took 27 people who did little exercise and made half of them do high-intensity workouts for 10 minutes 3 times a week, while the other half did long cardio sessions for 50 minutes 3 times a week. The group who did the 10-minute sessions achieved the exact same weight loss results as the guys who did the 50 minutes of long, boring cardio. Crazy, right? Yet every time you walk into a gym anywhere in the world, you see the treadmills loaded up with people jogging at one pace for an hour straight, putting a bunch of additional stress on their knees and their hips and not getting any slimmer because they're releasing a bunch of cortisol without even knowing it. And of course, all the other negative health side effects that come with it. But the thing to be wary of is that not all HIIT training is created equal. To reach your VO2 max and deplete your oxygen stores and burn the most fat in the fastest time possible, you need to do certain HIIT exercises at certain intervals and on certain days. And if you don't do the right ones on the right days, you'll be wasting your time because you won't trigger EPOC and burn fat 24/7. So in a second, I'm going to give you access to the very best and easiest HIIT workouts for someone looking to lose weight fast. We're talking 10 to 15 minute cardio workouts just 3 times per week for faster results from less effort than you ever thought possible. And that's it. So if you absolutely dread treadmills like me, be done with them. Because I don't know about you, but wasting hours of my day and my life on boring cardio machines, especially for no results, is not my idea of fun, and I doubt it is for you either. So I know you'll love these HIIT workouts. Fact is, when you combine metabolic confusion with EPOC, the results will be amazing. You'll be dropping body fat so fast it'll blow your mind with how easy it is and make you wish that you had been doing this all along. But only if you properly use the last and most crucial fat destroyer I'm going to give you, and that is to use an automated weight loss plan built for your body type. Look, you already know that there's no one-size-fits-all weight loss solution that works for everyone. We're all way too different, and that goes double for endomorphs like you and my mom and thousands of others. Plus, As you now know, your main weight loss challenge is being able to customize what you eat so your metabolism works to help you rather than hinder your weight loss. This is why you've got to be super careful with what diet plans you follow, because there's so much confusing and conflicting information out there these days. If you ask 10 different diet experts, what's the best way to lose weight? They give you 10 different ideas. Give up meat, give up dairy, give up grains. But what you need is for someone to take you by the hand and show you exactly what to do every single day to lose weight easier in a way that works with your one-of-a-kind metabolism. You need an automated solution that does the hard work for you. It tells you what to eat and makes it more enjoyable than ever before. It tells you when to work out and uses a less is more approach, and more importantly, supports and encourages you every step of the way so that you get the body that you want in the fastest amount of time possible and enjoy it. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Well, till recently, nothing like this really existed for endomorphs like you and my mom, which is why you may have tried numerous diets or fitness programs with no success for years. And this is why I created Fat Loss Extreme. And my team and I have used everything we've learned throughout the years about endomorphs like yourself and created the world's first automated fat loss solution built specifically for your body type. A system that's now helped over 1 million endomorphs in over 150 different countries drop fat while toning up their bodies and do it all in a matter of weeks without spending hours in the gym, without going on some diet that you hate, because the fat loss methods inside this program make seeing a year of progress possible in only 90 days. And best of all, it works at any age, no matter if you're in your 20s, your 40s, or 60s, or older. And the system was created for your body type. And it's so easy to use, it'll blow your mind. Literally, all you have to do is log in, and the Fat Loss Extreme system immediately gets to work showing you how to calculate your calories, then walking you through every single step of creating your weekly weight loss menu so you know exactly what to eat and when. And it makes creating the weight loss meals that you choose, depending on what foods are your favorite, easier than ever before with step-by-step instructions on how to make every single one of them. I'll show you exactly how to use metabolic confusion by implementing a carb cycling fat loss dieting strategy to make this the most enjoyable and most rewarding diet you've ever followed. And for the next 90 days, all you have to do is eat the meals that you pick every week and watch as your body is forced to strip fat incredibly fast and keep it off for good without starving yourself, without making you give up the foods that you love, and without getting frustrated at the lack of results in the mirror. So not only will you lose as much fat as you want, but you'll keep it off this time with no effort thanks to your now supercharged metabolism. And like I said, this is a 100% done for you system. The days of getting confused at what to eat and frustrated that you can't break your weight loss plateau are gone, because the step-by-step tools in the Fat Loss Extreme program make everything super easy. So all you have to do is follow along with me and watch your weight get lower and lower every single week. And when it comes to exercise, you'll be doing the absolute least amount of work needed to activate EPOC every day for 90 days and know the quickest and easiest ways to do it even after you complete the program. Plus, you'll get full automated videos where I personally show you exactly what exercises to do and when to do them and how to do them so you never get confused. And just so you know, unlike most workout programs that provide workouts geared for bodybuilders, I grew up in a family of primarily women, and I'm aware that you don't want to get that big, bulky look. And that's why this program only includes exercises that create the fastest fat loss to trim and tone your body. Now, you'll also be getting my HIIT cardio system, which is where I give you the very best HIIT training exercises for fat loss, period. So you won't be doing daily cardio ever again. I don't believe in daily cardio, and it's not effective, especially for endomorphs. So with this system, you'll only need to do 3 quick 10-minute sessions per week, and you'll be melting fat 24/7. So if you hate cardio, it's all good. With this program, you won't have to step foot on a treadmill ever again if you don't want to. So if you've ever wanted to erase fat from your body while slimming and toning up your legs and lifting your booty and tightening up your arms and your core and everywhere with a step-by-step blueprint that makes working out and knowing exactly what to eat so easy, even a 5th grader could do it, and shows you how to do the least amount of exercise possible to burn all the fat you want in record time without burning you out or injuring yourself, then Fat Loss Extreme is for you. And what's even cooler is once you get this Fat Loss Extreme program, you can immediately access the entire system on your phone by just downloading our app. So you can bring it to the gym with you, or you can do it from your hotel room if you're traveling, or if you're old school, you can just do it from home on your computer, or even hook your computer up to your TV and do the workouts right in front of that. One of the things that have made this program so successful is that you can literally follow it anywhere. All you have to do is log on and let the automated Fat Loss Extreme system guide you to having the body that you want and dropping more and more weight and slimming down more and more day by day faster than you ever have. That sound good? Well, it gets even better, because here's my personal guarantee to you. Give my automated Fat Loss Extreme system a try today and see how fast the stubborn pounds of fat that previously didn't seem to care what you do just melt right off your body, and see how much more energy you have as the fat that's been holding you down is now gone, allowing you to do more of what you love with more energy, and you'll be in a better mood and be able to energize the people around you and keep up with your kids, and you'll inspire others while you spend time with your family and your community and thousands of others who have already joined the Fat Loss Extreme family. And to show you how much I care about helping you transform your body, I want to give you something I know you'll love. 5 life-changing gifts for trying out Fat Loss Extreme today. And these are all strategically included to help you get even better results and make the whole process easier than it already is. The first gift is our home-based follow-along Fat Destroyer program, which is a $47 value, but yours completely free and included in your program today, because too many times I hear about ladies not achieving the body of their dreams because they're intimidated by the gym, or they don't have access to one, or they don't have time to go to one. Well, say goodbye to that, because with my brand new home-based follow-along Fat Destroyer program, you'll get a selection of my easiest but most powerful fat-burning movements so that you can do from the comfort of your own home. And when I say easy, I'm talking about 20 minutes max, and I'll be personally recording every second of every exercise and every rest for you, and motivating you throughout the entire workout for 90 days straight. This bonus will guarantee you get the body that you want. Gift number 2, and one of the ones that our ladies love the most, the Booty Builder. And this is one of our best-selling female programs of all time, because something I learned in a family of women is that ladies are always wanting to lift and tighten their booties. So the Booty Builder is a step-by-step program that uses specific and science-backed exercises put together in short little workouts that will help shape your glutes and your legs and give you that lifted, perky, tight booty that you probably thought was completely unrealistic. So if you ever want to hit the pool, or throw on a nice little dress for a night out, or wear some tight-fitting jeans, you'll finally feel proud of the way you look. This is a program that sells for $47 as well, but you get it completely free when you order Fat Loss Extreme today. Gift number 3 is the 6-pack Shredddd. And this is another super exciting one for our female clients, because along with shaping up your glutes, the next place women always want to strengthen and tone is their core, which is why I'm throwing in this program that takes you through a series of progressive yet super quick ab workouts. I'm talking 10 to 15 minutes that will take that annoying lower belly fat, or pooch, as my mom always called it, and replace it with a flat, toned stomach once and for all. This program is only available in our store, and another $47 value, but yet again, yours free today when you try out our automated Fat Loss Extreme system. Now, gift number 4 is our best-selling fat loss recipe guide, which has 47 mouth-watering recipes that I had created by a professional chef to create the most delicious and healthiest recipes you've ever tasted. And I did this because I wanted to make sure you love the food you're eating every day on your diet, and that you have a variety. Because to be honest, I don't even like the word diet, because usually that means eating a couple different foods in super low amounts that are not filling at all, and then leave you craving all sorts of foods that you end up quitting. So this gives you 47 more amazingly delicious recipes, and the recipe guide explains exactly how to cook each one, and none of them take more than 30 minutes, so it's super simple and makes sticking to your diet even easier. This recipe guide is a $37 value on our store, but again, yours free today. And gift number 5 is my fat loss supplement guide. Now, to be clear, you do not need to take supplements to transform your body with Fat Loss Extreme. People always assume to lose weight and burn fat and to tone up, they have to take a bunch of different expensive supplements, but that's not the truth at all. When you follow a program like this one, you'll really be a fat burning machine once you start using metabolic confusion combined with EPOC and the HIIT workouts and an automated program created for your body type. But this is why I wanted to include this. Once that's taken care of, a quality fat burner to increase your fat oxidation, your fat burning, or spark your metabolism even further and burn more calories throughout the day and give you more energy and less of an appetite, or a greens supplement to provide your body with more nutrients and balance your pH levels and detoxify your body, or a recovery supplement to aid in the health of your joints and prevent you from getting sore. These can be the cherry on top. This fat loss supplement guide was created for two reasons. One, to keep you from wasting your money on supplements that don't work. There's nothing worse than spending $50 on this new supplement than nothing happening to you. So with this guide, you can avoid that for good. And two, to show you the few supplements that are backed by research from major universities that will actually do what they say. So you'll get all this and so much more with these incredible gifts that I'm sure by now you can't wait to get started on your path to your very own body transformation. And by now you might be wondering how much you'll have to invest to get access to our automated fat loss extreme system, plus the $215 worth of free bonus gifts, the home-based follow along fat destroyer program, the booty builder, the 6-pack Shredddd, the best-selling delicious recipe guide, and my fat loss supplement guide, especially when you consider that no other program takes you by the hand and guides you step by step through destroying fat specifically for an endomorph, and no other program makes it easy to use metabolic confusion to turn your metabolism into your own weight loss superpower, and no other program shows you how to burn fat all day long with EPOC and by doing the least amount of exercise possible so that you don't have to wear yourself out with loads of cardio for no results. But before you decide if our automated fat loss extreme system is right for you or not, let's take a moment and think about the alternatives that you could try here, because you could always say no to this and hire a personal trainer to write you a nice workout plan. A good trainer alone will cost you about $100 or more per session, and those are going to be 2 hours long and exhausting, and it just 3 times per week is going to cost you $1,200 per month. And the chances of that trainer actually understanding your core metabolic problem and knowing the things that you should do to address that are very slim. So that very well could be $1,200 a month for nothing, plus that's not even factoring diet yet. Beyond that, you could hire a nutritionist to write you a meal plan. This would be far more expensive than a personal trainer ever would be. And in my experience of knowing how nutritionists usually work, they typically don't care. And they put the least amount of effort into their plans and provide a general meal plan of a bunch of salads, some meals with chicken and rice. And if you're able to stick to them, great. But if you're a regular human who needs different foods to be able to follow the plan long term and not hate your life, you're out of luck. Because when you reach back out to them to tell you that you need an adjustment, they just go silent or they charge you more. So you could easily drop $2,000 to $3,000 per month for a typical cardio loaded workout plan and a lousy, hard to stick to meal plan. But then there's Fat Loss Extreme, the only all-in-one fat loss solution that's designed for endomorphs like you at an unbeatable price. Let me ask you this. How much is it worth to you to burn away the unwanted fat that causes nagging aches and pains in your body? How much is it worth to you to follow a proven plan that will not only burn away your fat, but also give you so much more needed energy so that you can be productive in your personal and your professional life? I've gotten thousands of emails from women who have joined Fat Loss Extreme, all telling me that $297 is a steal. After all, $297 is a steal if it gives you a new lease on life. Why? Well, think about the money you've spent over the years on healthcare or on medication or wasted monthly gym memberships or those fad diets that never got you the results that you wanted. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, overweight Americans spend $9,000 to $17,000 more on medical bills compared to others. So that's thousands of dollars per year that you could save just by being in better shape. And another study done at the University of Illinois showed that overweight American drivers spend $7.7 million on gas every day. The reason may seem far-fetched, but very real. The more weight in your car, the more gas your car uses. So an extra 50 or even 100 pounds in your car everywhere you go could add up to thousands of dollars of gas over the span of your life. Plus, being overweight also keeps you from biking or walking to work, which could be another couple $100 from your transportation budget per year. And still, that doesn't even include the opportunity cost of being overweight. Things like missing out on a better job opportunity because you don't have the confidence to leave a dead-end job and try to start a career that would make you happy, or attracting a better spouse because your looks are preventing a possibly great connection from sparking, or just having a happier relationship with your current spouse. And there's probably a dozen more things you can personally think of that have been directly affected by being overweight. So take a second and think, if you could achieve half the success of our average female clients who lose anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds on this program, which you can do in the first 2 weeks easily, how much money would you save? More importantly, how would finally losing the weight that may be holding you back make you feel? How would it change your life? It can be hard to put your finger on how much that's worth because it's almost priceless, right? So even at $297, Fat Loss Extreme is a steal, but you won't have to pay anywhere near that. Listen, I want to make your decision to try this out as easy as possible for you. So first, I want to slash the suggested price of $297 down to $148. I'm sure that you'll agree that these life-changing results that you'll get with Fat Loss Extreme are well worth that, especially considering how fast it can improve your overall quality of life. But I want to make it even easier for you to get the transformation you desire. And by easier, I mean more affordable. In fact, I want to make this a simple no-brainer decision for you to say yes and give our automated fat loss system a try today. So when you say yes to the Fat Loss Extreme system today, and you make the commitment to getting the slimmer toned body you want and quite honestly deserve, I'm only going to ask that you help cover my advertising costs by investing just $57. That's less than you'd spend on a nice sushi dinner for two, or a pair of shoes that you don't need, or a mani-pedi. For only $57, you'll get instant access to the entire Fat Loss Extreme program today, immediately. Plus, you'll also get the home-based follow-along Fat Destroyer program, the Booty Builder, the 6-pack Shredddd, the 47 mouth-watering recipes, and my fat loss supplement guide, a total value of $512 for only $57. And that's just one single payment today only, not monthly like some other programs. Your card will never be charged again for everything I just mentioned. But before you do that, I have one more thing. One more thing I've learned from helping thousands of endomorphs transform their bodies is that your environment is everything. When you're surrounded by people pulling together in the same direction with similar beliefs and similar values and interests and goals, it makes a massive difference in how successful you are with your own goals. And that's why if you agree to try our Fat Loss Extreme system today, you'll also get instant access to our exclusive VIP private members only group,
where you'll get instant access to my team of trainers and over 770,000 active members who are transforming their bodies right now.
You'll not only get to read their stories and see what they've accomplished and see what they've struggled with and what they did to get through that, and you can literally chat with them to get any support that you need to keep you motivated. But one of my best weight loss coaches posts videos in the group answering your questions 5 days a week. So if you do have any confusions along the way, maybe you get sick, or you're going on a work trip and you don't have access to a kitchen, or whatever, you can ask away and get direct feedback from a qualified professional to continue getting amazing results no matter what happens. And if you want to see how much weight other people are losing on this program, you can literally type into the group search bar, I lost 15 pounds, or I lost 20 pounds, and see tons of women dropping that and more and posting about it nearly every day continuously. But of course, if you don't want to join the group, it's not required to get the results that you're after, but it's there if you need it. And the best part of this is, just like the Fat Loss Extreme program, you don't need to leave the comfort of your own home. You don't need to rearrange your schedule for meeting times, and you don't need to worry about recurring credit card charges. Your exclusive membership in Fat Loss Extreme gets you 24/7 access for whenever you need it most. That means if you join Fat Loss Extreme today from this page only, you'll get a lifetime membership to our VIP group absolutely free of charge forever. And that's still not all. You'll also get free lifetime support from our Fat Loss Extreme team, which means I'm giving you the direct email address of my support team. So if you ever have any questions about the Fat Loss Extreme system or about any of the gifts that I'm giving you today, or if you have any doubts whatsoever, you can send us an email and we'll bend over backwards to ensure that you get the guidance and the support that you need. All you have to do to get started and experience real results for yourself is click the button below. And when you click the button below, you'll go to a secure checkout page. So don't worry, your information is 100% safe and secure. We use the same state-of-the-art security systems, the same ones used by Apple and Amazon. And once you've entered your information, you will gain instant access to everything. and all it takes now is a click of a button. So if you feel like this is right for you, if you feel that urge inside your gut to take action, then make your move now by clicking the button below. Now, I realize you could be skeptical about the Fat Loss Extreme program. All I ask right now is that you set aside those doubts for a moment and consider the proof. I've shown you verified scientific studies about metabolic confusion and EPOC and HIIT workouts. You've heard stories of how it helped me save my mom. You've seen pictures and testimonials from a couple of the hundreds of thousands of endomorphs like you that have already helped. All you need now is to have a tiny, tiny bit of faith and give this a try so that it can help you as well. And I know it can be hard to trust. So that's why I'm protecting you with a full, no questions asked, 100% lose your weight or your money back guarantee. And it's super simple. If at any time over the next 60 days, you have not lost weight or you're not satisfied with Fat Loss Extreme for any reason, let me know and I will prompt an immediate refund, no questions asked. I know this system is life-changing, and I don't want you to miss out on an opportunity to completely transform your body. I don't think I can make it any easier for you to take action, but you have to be the one here that clicks the button. And one of the coolest parts of this is you don't have to pay and then wait around for it to ship to you. We've made everything so it's available in your hands in less than 20 seconds from right now. Either just on the site or, like I said earlier, downloading the app and letting me walk you through everything from your phone. So you can get immediate access to Fat Loss Extreme, the Booty Builder, 6-Pack Shredddd, our fat loss recipe guide, and my fat loss supplement guide, all 100% risk-free when you order right now. All you need to do is click the button below this video to get started. Also, before you go, please understand that I can promise that this one-time special offer is good today only. If you leave this page and decide you're going to get it tomorrow, you'll be sorry to find out that you'll have to get these programs full price on our website store. Now, I know these programs work. So do the thousands of other endomorphs like you. And listen, if you're serious about dropping your body fat percentage to a number that you're proud of and not only being comfortable, but confident in your own skin and saying goodbye to only wearing comfy clothes or Spanx, as my mom used to call them, because that's all you can really fit in. Make today the day that you took a stand, the day that you look back on the day that all started. Take advantage of this limited time offer and get the body you've always wanted and the body you deserve. Click the button below this video to get started now. You're going to love having more energy. You're going to love the way your partner will look at you. In a matter of weeks, possibly days, you're going to be sleeping better. You're going to feel more attractive, be more confident. And if you have kids and even your family, friends, maybe they're going to be inspired by your healthy lifestyle and the transformation you're about to achieve. And it may even lead to them deciding to make a change as well. So stop wasting time and click the add to cart button to get started right now. And listen, if you feel like you're at crossroads right now, you're not alone. I've been there. Tons of our other clients who are in your exact position were there before this too. Truth is, right now you are facing 3 paths. The first path, you do nothing. You ignore everything you've learned in today's video and you go back to your life the way it was before you arrived here. If you choose to go down this path, you'll experience more of the same frustrations that brought you to this video. In other words, the cost of doing nothing is much more than it could ever cost to do this. The second path, you take the advice I gave you just now and try to do it all yourself. You can spend hours studying how to apply metabolic confusion. You can test different high-intensity workouts until you find the best ones for fat loss. You can research the perfect training plan, gym or at home, for slimming down and toning up, and the right booty and leg exercises along with the right core workouts to improve those areas to your liking. And then for your meals, you can scour the internet and test different ingredients to find meals that taste good and are healthy and make them fit your calories and also make sure your calories are correct. All the information is out there if you have time to research and test it all. I'm not saying I created all of this. I just put all my years of knowledge and research in the field and in the books into a one-stop shop program. Or there's the third path. You give Fat Loss Extreme a chance to give you the body you've always dreamt of having. Just for a second, imagine stepping out of the shower in the morning. You look in the mirror and you actually see yourself slimming down and your love handles going away and your face shaping up. And then you step on the scale just to see a lower number than you saw last week. Then go into your closet to get dressed for the day and picking out an outfit that you haven't worn in years or haven't felt good enough to wear in years. And then What about how you feel throughout the day? Imagine having more energy and more focus and feeling more positive about life in general, and doing some activities that you never really felt like doing before and looking good while doing them. You can do all this, and I'm gonna help you every step of the way. I urge you to click the button below now and get instant access to Fat Loss Extreme and all 5 free gifts, a total value of $280 while you still have the chance. Whether you take action and embrace the path to getting the body and health you deserve, or turn your back on it and turn away from this path and decide to continue as you are, is ultimately your decision. But consider this: if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. Isn't it time for a change? The decision you make right now, in this moment, reflects the commitment to yourself. Your commitment to living the happiest and healthiest and highest quality of life possible. So I hope you won't regret not taking action today. You have nothing to lose and a lifetime of health and happiness to gain. Oh, before I let you go, I want to tell you about one more pleasant surprise on the other side of the order button below, but I can't tell you what it is yet. You'll have to click that button to find out. Again, I'm Vince Sant. I want to thank you for watching this video all the way through. It seriously means the world to me, and I hope you make the right choice for yourself and your health. And I can't wait to see you on the other side. Hey, if you're still here, it means you're interested, but you're on the fence. So I'm going to answer a couple questions that you might be wondering about so you can make sure this is the right program for you. So first, a question that we get a lot is whether this is a one-time payment or a recurring charge. So the 90-day program with all the bonuses is only one charge on your credit card, and that's it. So you don't have to worry that you're going to get charged every month. You pay the super affordable one-time fee, and it's yours. Now, another question we get a lot is, let's say after you get the program and the 90 days goes by, will you still have access to this program? The answer is yes. We understand that life happens and something might pop up where you get halfway through and then can't finish the program for whatever reason. And that's no problem, because with your one-time payment, as long as you don't refund, you have lifetime access to everything included. Something that some of our endomorphs actually do is just start it over after you complete it and lose the weight that you wanted to and continue losing more weight. Or if you don't want to do that, just have it there for the recipes and the workout videos. Now, speaking of workout videos, we get a lot of questions from people asking if they're going to be receiving DVDs in the mail. And what's really cool about this program is that you don't have to wait around for DVDs or pay for a shipping fee or anything like that. Because as soon as you pull the trigger and get the program and all the bonuses, you'll get instant access to everything online immediately. And you can download our app so that it's accessible from your smartphone as well, so that you can literally get started today. But don't think that doesn't mean that there's no workout videos, because even though you don't have to pay extra and wait around for DVDs to ship to you, there are still videos of everything. For example, if you're choosing a gym workout, there's videos and written explanations of how to do every single exercise. Or if you want to do a workout from home, there's follow-along 20-minute workout videos every day of the program that will transform and shape your body like no other. Now, another question I get a lot is if this will work if you're a vegetarian or vegan. When it comes to being vegetarian or vegan, the only thing that's going to be different are the protein sources that you eat. The workouts will stay the same. The simple calorie calculator will still apply. But when you go to pick your recipes each week, you'll be choosing the vegetarian or vegan options. That's the only difference. Also, we have a list of 18 different plant-based protein substitutions you can choose from for any of your meals. So you'll always be able to find something you like. So the answer is yes, 100%. Now, another really important question that everybody likes to know the answer to is, how long will it actually take for you to see results? And seeing as how everybody is different, and some women take 2 to 3 weeks to see significant changes, a lot of women see changes literally the second day. We're confident that you will see noticeable changes in the mirror in the first 30 days, no matter who you are, and most of the time it's way sooner. But if you stick to the program for the first month and see nothing happen, we will honor our money-back guarantee and give you a full refund. We're that confident. So I'm going to answer one last question for you before I let you go. What happens when you click that button down below this video at the bottom of the page? You're not going to get charged immediately, so don't worry about that. But you'll go to our secure checkout page where you can double check everything is correct before you go ahead and move forward with your payment method. So if you don't want to miss out on this, click that button down there and you'll go to that checkout page where you can take advantage of this amazing opportunity. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am, and I'll see you inside the program.